Hey, it's Courier Girl, and let's talk about uniforms. So, if you are an employee of a company, you may have to wear a uniform, especially if you're out doing deliveries or driving, because they want to put forth an image for that company. And they also want to identify you as an employee, as somebody who's legit, right? But what about if you are a courier, an independent contractor? Do you have to wear a uniform? Well, some companies who you contract with will say yes, you have to wear a badge or a shirt that identifies as you being part of them, or a hat or something, sometimes even a full uniform, or if not a full uniform, then a certain color, like their shirt and a certain color of pants or whatever. And that is their way of maintaining professionalism. And as an independent contractor, you might say, well, that's not cool. I run my own business. I'm not wearing their uniform. But let's think about this. Okay, so you are a courier working, like you're a medical courier. You're working for a company that does hospital systems. And you go into a lab that you haven't been to, or a doctor's office or whatever, for the first time, and they don't know who you are. And you're like, hey, I'm the courier from this company, and I'm here to pick up your labs or whatever. And they're like, oh, I don't know you. Where's your badge? Where's your shirt? How are you easy to identify? So that is a practical reason to wear a uniform. So if they want you to wear their shirt, their jacket, their badge, their whatever, that's fine with me. I do that. I have several different shirts and hats and badges from several different companies because of the ones that I do work for. So yeah, that makes sense to me. I'm totally fine with that. I don't feel like it makes me an employee. I feel like it makes me easy to identify to the customer. And another benefit of this is you're just going to get waved in. You're not really going to have to check in, like all of the patients or customers or whatever. They're going to see, oh, you're wearing that company uniform. Oh, you have that badge. They're just going to send you right through. They're not even going to question it. I've even gone into a couple different places when I wasn't even working, and because I had that shirt on, nobody said a word. And I wasn't doing anything I shouldn't have been doing. I was actually helping somebody else out with their route, and I was just checking a couple spots for them, but I wasn't technically on duty. So having that uniform shirt, I think, is totally fine. And a badge, the other thing about a badge is that it can get you in places. There are sometimes you have to touch your badge to a thing on the wall or the door or whatever. And otherwise, you wouldn't be able to get into certain buildings or certain offices or certain places where you might need to pick up or drop off things. So that's why a badge is important, and it also identifies you to the customer. So yeah, so should you pay for a uniform? Because that's another thing. Most companies, actually every company that I've worked for, has given me at least one shirt for free. Now, if I want more, maybe I have to pay for them. One of them gave me three, but you can also buy different styles if you don't like the basic one they give you. So do you have to pay for them? Sometimes. I would ask if they provide one for free. Most of them do. You might have to get extras, in which case you're going to have to pay for them. But check with your CPA on this, or your tax preparer, but I'm pretty sure that the cost of uniforms is tax deductible. So that will be, you're going to get a little savings on the back end because you can deduct that from your taxes. Again, check with a professional, but I do believe that's the case. So what can you deduct as uniforms? This would be clothing that you would not otherwise buy, that you were required to buy for work. So let's say you had to buy a certain style of trousers or pants, and it's something you would never ever wear. You would never ever buy it other than to work for this company. To me, that's a uniform cost, and I would check again with your tax professional to make sure that's true. If you have to have certain type of shoes, that would be another uniform cost. Now, if you're just wearing the same thing that you wear every day anyway, and it works for your courier work, then that's a gray area. I don't know that you can deduct that. Again, check with a professional. I'm not a professional. So I hope that covered it. It was just a short video on uniforms, why they're beneficial to wear. Oh, the other thing, one last thing. You know, if you're getting really dirty at work, you're not dirtying up your own clothes, you're dirtying up their clothes. So that's kind of a benefit too. So, okay, now I'm really done. That's it for uniforms. Have a great day, and I will see you on the road.